Word Online has loads of really cool features that you can't find on Word Desktop. For example, you can convert a Word document to a slick looking PowerPoint which has iconography and also images and spread over multiple slides. You can transcribe an audio or video file from speech to text. You can also get design ideas using AI that can fix some of your headers and inconsistencies across the documents and preset some fonts and other things. And finally, you can get a summary of key statistics like how long it will take to read a document, how long it will take to speak it out loud through the more advanced editor that you find in Word Online. My name is David Benheim and I have tons of videos on my channel about Excel, PowerPoint, Word, Teams, Zoom, Power BI, etc. If you're using tech at the office, then I'm covering it on my channel. So subscribe if you want to see more. So here I'm in Word Online and we're going to go through some of the things that you can do with it. You can see I've got some not very well formatted text, but I won't go into that in too much detail. So over here on the Home tab, you have these things which are slightly different or on online. So Designer, this doesn't exist on desktop. And here you can say, well, you can fix and review 7 formatting issues, or you can actually choose a style. So let me choose this one. Then what it's done is quite clever. It's actually made these into header styles using these. And it's identified the header 1 style, or in certain times the header 2 style, based on where it is situated in the document. You can also review 7 formatting fixes. So it can say it applied this. So then you can click next if you like that. It applied this to normal, which it wasn't before. So if I undo making it that, I can see that it's got fix and review 6 formatting issues. So I can do this without the other stuff. So actually just make it into a heading 1. This is using some weird format that's called comic that's not normal, so I can fix that. It looks at this style stuff really, or you can accept or reject all, and then you can choose one of these to use. Not available in desktop, potentially coming soon. Designer has been available in PowerPoint for a long time, but here it's in Word as well. So Editor is a nifty feature that exists in desktop, but is better online. So here it gives you a score, kind of based on what it is. So what you need to do, what type of issues you need to ignore as well. You can choose whether this is formal professional writing or whether it's casual. These give you slightly different answers in what this ignores and takes. And you can choose, go through your spelling. Spelling is pretty much the same as it was before, but it gives them to you here. So yeah, using some proper nouns there as you go along. So lightsaber, it shows this with an RE because I am using UK. But I can keep going as I go along there and then see my grammar ones here. Clarity issues. So this is something I don't particularly like that it does. So stated, it says said. I want to say stated. I shouldn't have a problem with doing that. Again, that one doesn't like stated. Wow, that seems to be the one it does. Frequently and often, a simpler word would be clearer for your reading. I don't really care about that. I don't think frequently is a particularly difficult word, so you can ignore that. And then again, so this is a matter of opinion, but I don't like that it's showing me this. If I change this to formal, it does point out some slightly different ones here for conciseness. So it says word expressing uncertainty, lessen your impact. And so mainly favor, just favor, kind of keep it brief, fairly far, just far. Again, I don't like how it takes out my adjectives and adverbs sometimes. Then you can look over here, punctuation conventions. So talking about Star Wars, as you can probably see, and vocabulary. So some other stuff that you can go through here. It does some of these in the desktop version, but it's more concise online. What's really cool is document stats though. I really like the time to read and the time to speak it. This is something that you don't get in online. You do get the words, characters, and paragraphs, and then some other certain features there as well. So I like that in Editor in the online version. I think all of these changes will eventually come to desktop as well. Another thing is catch up. So this is if you are editing it with other people at the same time, it shows what they've done since you last checked the document. This is currently in online. It might be coming to desktop soon though, and it's in Word. It's not yet in all of the apps, but it is being rolled out in all of the apps as well. Another pretty cool one is in Dictate. So you have Dictate in desktop Office 365. What it allows you to do is just speak into it wherever the cursor is. There you go. And just stop it by clicking that. But the one that's only in online is Transcribe, and this is pretty awesome. You can actually upload an audio or a video file and it can transcribe it into text. And then you can do other things with that text. So let me do it here, for example. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload an audio file. That's When the Lion Sleeps Tonight. This is actually me singing. I'm going to press OK. And whilst it's doing that, let's actually listen to the file here. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the guests won't sleep tonight. There you go. So yeah, it's done a pretty decent job in the jungle, the mighty jungle, the guests won't sleep tonight, even though I am singing, and then it has cause that I wrote like that, which is pretty good. So this is actually based on what's happening right now where I'm staying, which is called Jungle Edition. There is a bullfrog that is so loud and is stopping us from sleeping. So from here you can even edit it if you want to. It can also do different speakers. So if you are doing this and uploading what different speakers are doing, say for example an interview for journalists, this can be really good. And then you can add it to the document with just the text, with speakers, with timestamps, or both. So I'm going to do, and there you go. This is a very short one, so it's just stopped it at 15 seconds, but there's nothing after 15 seconds. So that's not particularly fascinating, but it does work if you just do it with other speakers as well. In terms of where the file goes, it actually stores it in OneDrive. So in your OneDrive, you have a folder called Transcribed Files, and it goes directly in there, the one that I just uploaded. In the jungle, the mighty jungle. So yeah, it works with video files as well, MP4 files. By the way, if you have another file that's not supported, all you need to do is go to any Google new page and say convert audio files. This is what I do all the time, and when I exported my first one it didn't work because it only supports MP3 WAV files and MP4 and another video format. You can also minimize the ribbon and show the simplified one like this so that you only see a little bit of it. Useful because Word sometimes takes up a lot of real estate. I'm now in full screen mode, so that means that I don't get this stuff, but if I exit out of full screen mode, I get a lot of clutter up here, so it really makes it difficult to work with. There are also fewer features in Word Online, so you don't necessarily need as many things to be able to see them. And then you also have File, Export, and then you can export to a PowerPoint presentation, which is pretty awesome. So it takes what you've said and then it creates one of these things around it. You can choose what you want. It says here your text will include in your presentation. Other media types are not currently supported. So there you go, open your presentation. And it does a pretty good job of trying to make it visually attractive. It's got the theme layer like that. If you've got a lot of text, which I do here, then it doesn't make it the best, but I do like that it gives me these themes and it gives me this image. Sort of depends on whether you have other things. So you can even click on one, and if you don't like the design, you can click on this sort of design and it gives you another version of that. So that could be quite nice as well. So it hasn't taken my tables, it hasn't taken my images and other features, unfortunately, there as well. This is in PowerPoint Online, but you can open this up in PowerPoint Desktop fairly easily if you want to edit it there. Sometimes what I do, if I like the online features, is I work on it in desktop and then I open it in online just to use these online features. So they can be quite good. Let's try another version that we're going to convert to PowerPoint and see how that looks. All right, so let's choose one of these. And it's done a pretty good job. Look at this even. It's even arranged these and looked out for different icons for each of these. So this is why I had more of an outline than the other way. If I don't like that for styles, I can choose something else for styles. Section breaks. I'm not sure I would do that for section breaks, but sure. You can, if you don't like something exactly, you can search for more. And it's done that for Excel as well. Conditional formatting, tables, flash. It's taken the word flash there. Shower, eat, sleep. Although note that it didn't quite do it perfectly, because if I look here at daily activities, because that's not got the same kind of spacing, it's brought that into underneath this heading. So if you don't use your special headings, it's not going to work. It also hasn't brought in this overall Star Wars thing. So it's stopped here as the third and last slide. So it's not perfect, but it can be useful and it is constantly improving. It's created SmartR, it's done some pretty cool things. It's able to look up images and work with however you want to section it off. I hope you liked that video. My name was David Benaim and I have tons of videos on my channel about Excel, PowerPoint, Word, Teams, Zoom. One note, if you're using tech at the office, then I'm covering it on my channel. So subscribe if you want more details. Thanks for watching.